Hello and welcome, my fellow Minecraftians. Hambbage here. So are you. Let's get going. Tetsuo-ish something. Kicking things off, and we're going to try to remember which way we were facing in that nether hallway we just carved out. That's right, if you dropped by for the last video, which I found out after the fact was number 250, then you know hang on, I got lower the system volume a bit. That's pretty loud in my ear. We came on out here to the Nether to start working on some more quartz to be our barn roof. And that wow, this could be difficult. That was a pretty good little episode. I had a blast making it yesterday. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm back to be with you again today. So as we talked about, I am kind of expecting that this is going to be a bit of time out here as we just kind of balance out exploration with gathering and a little bit of hopefully ghast killing. Okay, so this is where we got to be a little bit careful. I hear the piglins. I know they're not gonna like this. So once we and that's what I was really afraid of. Alright, let's try to get things back under a bit of order. Yeah, I just had a feeling like you start hitting those, then not only are you opened up to piglin aggro, but we had been working, we'd come in low down there and kind of worked our way up and around. So this is really just putting us back out over the lava. And as I always say, when hardcore goes wrong, it's usually by a combination of factors, such as making the piglins angry and having lava exposed. So, seem to have made that one. Now, I don't know if they have to have direct line of sight to get aggroed. It's been a little inconsistent in my experience. The other added factor of difficulty is it's about midday right now. The worst possible time for me to be in the nether because I just can't see. I've got lots of light spilling in around my blinds, and why did we get such a jump boost there? That was weird. Huh. Okay, whatever. Now, let's get a torch. Okay, so I think, goodness gracious, it is bright. Let me pull this close. So that's forest. That's not exactly what we want. See that up there? So does that mean all of this is going to a new Forester place? Forester, that's a word, right? fun little pocket here, but not exactly. Well, that is up to something. Okay. Sure, you guys can see way better than I can at this point. What? This was our way down? Find a good niche. Is it niche or niche, guys? Are they the same? Or is there any difference? Are all niches niches? Alright, this may be where we finally get going. Okay, now we did. I don't know how we're gonna remember that that's the stack of netherrack we want to knock down. Oh. So these don't fall directly into lava, but yeah, we're doing a really bad job of catching them. I don't see anybody around to take offense. Okay. There's all that. Can we see that source? No. I hear those pigs. And the big concern, as always, is going to be them popping us off the edge into some horrible drop. The netherite helps with that a little bit, so it's not all impossible, but I also don't. I mean, we have a crimson forest, right? We can go exploring on that when we need some of those materials. that's not why we're here. And I prefer not to get too distracted in it. I know it's fun to fight the pigs and everything and see how we can do, but it's too easy to come out of these things with kind of nothing to show for it, you know what I mean? So we'll do that and that standard deal here, goodies and odds and ends in one, and netherrack in the darker blues. Again, there's our way back down. That works. So one thing I'd mentioned in the previous video was, oh yeah, we get back to today and it's kind of business as usual. We'll go a bunch of videos and nonstop. Still may be doing that, but it may be a bit more limited because I think I'm going to need to go run an errand after. I'm kind of doing a test run right now, but I think my PS4 charging cable must have gotten like a crimp or something last night. And I mean, it's been doing this thing for a long time, but this morning, and like most of the time that I have a TV on, it's running through the PlayStation, right? It's either a stream or some videos or something, or playing a game occasionally, right? But Netflix, Prime, YouTube, Twitch, all those are all run through my PS4. So more or less, I run a constant 3-controller rotation of one charging, one ready, and one in use, right? And this morning, when I switched out the one that had worn down that I was using last night, but then just kind of continued to wear down overnight, whatever. When I went to switch it out, I found that the next one in order had no charge. And, every once in a while that happens, right? You get just it doesn't seat quite right, and you're like, oh, bummer. And then you have to, kind of make sure that you get the two swapped out before otherwise you'll just always be waiting on one to charge. So I tried to do that. Well, then I went to turn on the video, and I got the low battery warning on the one that I just plugged in. And so I had one that I had charged from the day before, I guess. But all the rest were at this low battery. So, and I just kind of discovered this before I came online. So I did the few basic things I could do. I restarted the entire device because usually, it just goes into a sleep mode. I took a little air duster thing and cleaned the connectors on the controllers, the port, and the ends of the cable. And we'll see if that helps. It may, but it's odd that it isn't a single controller went bad. It's that they're not getting it reliably from the device, and I set one controller out. I'd had one go in, and it just disconnected. I'd kind of like swapped it and done a bit of a test run. That was where I'd started. This is where I was going, but I thought I saw, yeah, there's more basalt out that way. At least now we have a high up vantage. So we're about to get wrapped in here. Man, I thought we were gonna, oh, well that's better. We got some warped forest way out there. This could be another trap, by the way. Calling it now. Let's use the right tool. Oh no! Oh, darn it. How do you ever leave these things in your hotbar? No, can't I go lower than that? I guess I can there. At least this is no waste of time, or resources, or anything else. Can we... Why is that being so difficult? Oh my goodness. So yeah, needless to say, I need to, even if this works, which I'm watching it, and I think the next controller, it's still going, but I like carefully positioned it right on the edge of a table so there's no contact with the edge of the cable. Man, this is scary. And the... Why? What the... I understand there's a hole there, but can I not jump over it, game? Come on. So yeah, it kind of looks like it's going, but it also, as I was setting them down, I think it's when the cable sits on the level table, because they're kind of, if you want to call it that, it's kind of a design flaw. And I'm saying that this has worked great for 5 years, something like that. I don't know. So whether it's the cable failed or what, I'm not saying that's like a beef of a design flaw or anything like that. I'm very happy with it. Sometimes they do just wear out, but I may have to go running around and look for that. And I'm a little worried that with the PS5 out, and I assume that all those controllers are different. I haven't even looked into it, but I'm afraid that just going to your local Walmart, Best Buy, any of those places may be tougher to still get those little controller charging cables. But I'm gonna try. It's not impossible to get through life without that, but it's a huge item that I use. There's music and movies and videos and all that, not to mention games and streams. So what are we gonna do now? This just kind of felt like a bust. I mean, we could mine the whole darn thing, but that doesn't seem fun. Maybe we can go this other way. Let's get back to our little... Okay, now... I don't really really feel like making the whole bridge here, but did we ever go up this other side? What was up there? Yeah, I know we got you. Maybe this was more what we'd explored with previous visit. I don't know that we ever went over here, did we? Alright, our tower there still shows up pretty well. Maybe this was the direction we were meant to head all the time. Let's hope so. So yeah, I'm gonna go cable hunting. It's not, shouldn't be too terribly expensive, and isn't just a bad thing to have a spare of anyway. And I do kind of suspect, because the controllers themselves are fine, that it's more likely that than the police station itself. We're not talking high precision parts here, USB connectors and ports and stuff like that. Everything's got them. They don't go bad too often, but cables certainly do. So that's not bad. And we'll see. I may do a little window shopping as well. Well, what do we want to do now? Looks like we have kind of a lip up there. Is there anything? This seems solid. Let's go up here. Ooh, and the first ghast. Ooh, and quartz. I'm gonna hope that we get out above to take on little ghasty here. Oh, don't like that. There, I think this is our... Oh, missed one. Missed a bunch. Oh, that happened. Well, is this a double trap? That's getting back over that hole we just seen out there. No trap. Oh, no ghast. I want to get you too. Okay. That's our block. Oh, I didn't even look around for the ghast yet. I don't hear him in the moment, though. The trick is we really want them to come up close to us. But this does seem a little bit more our style. Maybe. More of the basalt. Are we just surrounded by that? I don't know how many different little nodes, if you want to call them that, we were in, but there's our torch. Good not to lose that. There's our torch. I do like it when you're just kind of clipping for stairs to get a little more access, and then you find some just hanging out. Uh-huh. We played this game before, game. I know how you like to do us. Which is dirty. I almost let go. I turned away and was like, I don't think I heard the sound there. That block never placed. Alright. Whew. Back from the edge a bit. Should have brought pearls. I have pearls somewhere, but... Nothing? Came all this way back over here for nothing? I did that whole thing where, you know, you like jump and you like feel your teeth rattle because you didn't take the shock well enough. Just tried to eat some netherrack. Ooh. Hi. Oh, come up here. I don't trust that you have anything underneath you down there, Mr. Gast. We really need to set up a habitat for them. Kind of pronto. Okay. There's that. How are we doing on mushrooms? I mean, I know we don't need a ton of them ever, but... we get dark forests somewhere. Figured out. We don't need glowstone on this trip. Those seem to be out in the open. These kind of seem like things that I had previously contained. Oh boy, was this where we'd gone vertical before? It's over here. Can I get there? Don't you be pushing. Don't be pushing. Oh. It's pretty much connected. A lot of gold out here, which is okay. I just need to know where trouble lies. After that baby. I don't know if he'll directly get angry, but they've kind of got that run up to you and then run away mentality, which I could see bringing others down on top of us. Seems like maybe they had other things to do today, though. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Now this has potentially cut us off from our return, but hopefully if that's our basalt and those are some fires, maybe we're still up right above and we'll just kind of keep dropping our way down. That's my plan. Might be an awful plan. Ooh, I was going to say that gas sounded close, but the sound doesn't mean a thing in terms of their range. Alright, how we doing on our inventory? See, I think like these are the little areas that we'd gone through, and then our little tunnels back out that way, I hope. Oh, let's just try to get over here. We do have a lot of piglins. And this is where I am not a huge fan of the gold helmet, right? Because you kind of forget. You take them for granted and go, okay, they're there. And then you go, oh, look at this gold ore. And then they're on you. He's got an enchanted sword. He's got a gold sword and armor. Easily enough. Done and taken care of. Where'd this guy go? Well, that makes me feel pretty good about things. Now, these may fall, but I think we're going to go down there anyway. Oh yeah, because there's our stairs from, at some point, I think we went way up there. That was where we saw the lava flows dammed up. Oh. Oh. We do this everywhere else, right? Why don't we do it here for some goodies? And then let's I don't know how good that floor is. Hey, now you can get all the mad you want. I say that and something is going to jump down on top of us, but at least we can be back inside from the edge. Okay. Oh, that was a bad turn, too. Is this somewhere we've been already? Just inaccessible on that side? Kinda. See goodies over here, though. Remember, threats first. I see a couple of them. Oh. Stuck there. By my own doing, not the game or anything. Just stuck on the lip. Alright, now... Ooh, those are going to be difficult. At some point I meant to look at my inventory as well. We should probably do that, because, yep. Getting full. Alright. This time we're going to try really hard not to leave these in the box or in the toolbar so that I could potentially drop them. Alright, not too shabby. We're close to a row. We'll get fortune, but then we'll be turning those back into blocks. So, while that's huge, you know, in the sense that if you didn't have fortune, it would be almost impossible to build anything with the quartz. It just means we got 9 stacks there. Now, I'd like to be less overzealous than I was with the clay. But I really... Wow, hang on. Oh, jeez, that yawn with a big old swig of coffee. My first of the day. Good. Yeah, I don't want to be overzealous, like, you know, end up with clay bricks coming out of our ears that we don't currently have a use for. But that barn is close to, it's not, but it's close to 64 blocks long. And some of those are going to be stairs, some are going to be full blocks. And, you know, there's a lot of width there, so certainly more than nine rows of width. So we got a ways to go. And not up until the very tippy top. Now, I think I've been up here, right? These are all the contained things. There's one over here. Didn't even see that. And like I said, lighting in here at the moment for me is not ideal. They're gonna get mad. They're gonna get mad. I hear mad. Did I hear mad? Thought I heard mad. There's that little guy, but he's running away already. Good news is we found some quartz along the way. Don't trust the little guys. Just look like they're scheming. Okay. So I guess I must have known that this forest was here. I guess we must have walked up to it. I remember going down in that little thing. Let's not pick a fight. We don't need to with those guys. So we'd been down below there. I think we've now been up. Well, let's take that back. Let's throw a marker torch out here. And I'll give it a stone base just to help it show up. We may be able to reveal quite a bit. By getting this stopped up. What? You shouldn't be mad at me. Okay, well this is the beginning of a grand new adventure. And that didn't really do anything for us. That's a shame. Oh, every time in this world I remember back to the beginning of our first little visit to the Nether. Pillaring up and falling. Only Gimli in the movie can say it so well. He fell. Telling Galadriel about Gandalf, of course. Been pretty well removed from any Tolkien recently. I dug into this Silmarillion pretty hard back in the spring, and just got pulled in other directions. Right now I've been trying to read hard and fast on Dune, and I know I missed the release of the movie, but my intent had been to finish up and then go watch the next movie. And I've got like, I don't know, less than 100 pages. But I was up kind of late again last night, a couple nights now. Not ridiculous and not doing anything too crazy, so I wasn't like wiped out because of it, but can just kind of feel my sleep cycle wanting to pull in that direction. And so last night I'd been reading, and it's like, all right, wow, I'm really going. But again, I was laying into bed, and I think I fell asleep pretty fast as I was reading. old Stilgar. Stilgar and Jessica trying to figure out how they're going to deal with the situation. Actually, I got into the, I forget what the word is for their challenge. And again, this is I've read Dune, so I kind of know what'll happen, but it was years ago, and I was talking to a friend, he's like digests everything or tries to be caught up on all fronts, and more credit to him. He sees a ton of stuff, and he's conversant and well read in that sense. Where you at? I want you, but you got to be over dry land. Okay, you're coming. Oh no! What just happened? Oh, now you're not over land. Get out of the lava. Did you see that? I fell into this hole. That was probably of my own making. And he was coming this way. And then by the time I get out, he's like already back in the deal. Alright, hang on one second, guys. Felt like such a waste. I didn't blow my nose or cough or sneeze or anything in that little break. But as I mentioned, the PlayStation has been acting up, and the one controller that I kind of been testing with and unplugged was the active one, and so it was going to turn itself off. Now, after all that, I totally forgot we're at 48 minutes, so not a ton of time left. We know home is back that way, so I think... Is there a good place to take the leap? Maybe over here? This may be a terrible idea. Oh, well, there it is. I mean, I wasn't worried about the fall too much. I was worried about... I am worried about how we're getting home. I have a vaguest of feelings in terms of the direction we want to go. Group of 3, swordsman is far end. Ooh. See, why? Oh. I don't want to kill you out there, though, dude. That may have to factor into our dragon harvesting plans, because I don't think we can really do that until we've... Oh. Why are you in such a hurry? Where are you in such a hurry? Where are you going in such a hurry? Okay, so we're back underneath where we'd been. This seems like a kind of nice little cavern. Well, this may wind and wind its way all the way around. Let's come back over here. Let's get Sword Buddy first. See him at, like, oh, he's aiming a bow. Game does have its advantages, and it makes as much use of them as we make of our... Okay, there's another one way over here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Was this a deal? Was that always there? Or was that because of the ghast? Oh, we may anger some fools. That's why I do try to take out those, any of them. The gold or enchanted swords are super sneaky dangerous. Don't fall asleep on those. One of our worlds, VBC. I think we got taken out. That's why I have made the concession to wear the gold helmet some of the time, because when you're on those edges of those forests and things like that, or just moving around, it can save you. And in the case where I died to one of the zombie pigmen with gold swords, it was very much because I was building and not paying attention. I was trying to make a little portal room, I think, for some degree of protection. And I don't know, I'm doing this the hard way. Just put out the fire and then go stand in the right spot. And because I was building, I wasn't really constantly paying attention. And he just got me. And this is, of course, is the benefit of the gold helmet, especially when you have a good bow like this. You can kind of just treat them as hostile and take them out. And if you prioritize the ones with the most dangerous weapons first, the gold swords, the enchanted swords, get them cleared, then the one shots, the rest don't even move. If you do get a partial or they have good armor or whatever, then it'll rein you in a little bit. Let's get this since we're right here. And then I think we're going to go all the way on back. Much as I'd like to, I won't make you guys sit through clearing that next layer of or basalt there. Almost impossible to get shots while you're jumping. I still try, but the jumping and on these lava slimes, it's real tough because the game will try to jump them proactively, I guess. I don't know. I always find that their jumps are ill-timed from my perspective. So if you ever hit one while you're jumping past, be happy. Keep running. Because the next pass, you're going to have more of them here. Stop! Oh, I saw you. Alright, we'll clear you out. Although I don't really have time for this. Hey! Alright, all those little guys can stay. We should get at least one pass without them. Although, I don't know. We may head out in a new direction or something. That was sort of productive. We got a half shulker-ish. And maybe we'll, after a kind of regroup and process. I don't know what else we have in our storage chest down there, but then you can usually get by. If it's those mediums, shot, and they... Unfortunately, if you get the 4-pack right when you're coming through there, they kind of clog up the area. Alright. Did I say if... I was thinking it at one point. If there's one thing about our world spawn that I haven't been real thrilled with, it's the presence of so much basalt real estate in our nether right here. And as I, tried to reflect in my play and everything, I embrace all of it. I don't particularly mind the basalt. We made a cool nether hub station in it in the last world. Tried to make a cast farm in it. Poorly planned. But I wouldn't choose to have quite this much of it occupied in basalt if I could avoid it. But, maybe what we'll do is we had set up that crossroads back down there, and maybe we'll branch off and go in those opposite directions. This north-south line is pretty good because, as I've said, I don't know if it's still completely the case, but it always used to be that fortresses and things aligned on north-south lines, and we've already found a couple. That may just be by chance, but it certainly works. And if I needed a new fortress, new chunks or something like that, that would be the way to go, I think. It would just be to keep extending, in either of these directions. Okay, we are likely right at close, so let's just get these positioned. I guess this here, and we'll just put them both out. And 5830, we can do just a bit more of this stuff. Slimes. I don't think I've done anything with mushrooms yet. I don't think red has anything to do with brewing, so what we'll maybe do is just make this the mushroom box, and the silk-touched texture stuff can go in there as well. And then we have this to toss. Yep. And boom. You go away. Now we really are pushing time, but let's take these two to cook. Remember, they will give us ingots for each block, or you can fortune them for up to 9 nuggets, 8 or 9 nuggets. Oh. And we'd rather have the direct ingots for the maximum amount of gold ingots. So that can go, and that can go. Alright, well that will do us well, or should. tools. Gonna want this. We're gonna repair this. Let's grab out any of these things that. Why not? Need the XP. And get that. Put this up. Actually, we'll probably want to put the quartz blocks into something, right? Bring them over. Close on the inventory, but just having it to shuffle will be fine. All right, now we really will wrap up. I'm sure we are now right at. There was an extra minute. How'd that happen? All right, well, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you hanging out. You all rock, and I hope you know that. We will be back shortly. Again, I don't know exactly the timeline, but be back to fortune up all of this stuff. Probably go work on the barn a little bit and see how far that much gets us, and then come back and do something similar in the future. So stay tuned, spread the word, and I'll look forward to seeing you back here for the next one. Bye now.